Do I look at you? Do I look at the camera? Okay. Hi, my name is Coley and I'm addicted to doom scrolling. I doom scroll wherever I go, and I go on the usual apps like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn. I go on these social media apps because of the dopamine. It's so stimulating and I feel so alive when I'm on these apps until I'm not. I scroll sometimes until 2, 3 a.m. and it's kind of painful. The dopamine no longer hits and I need more, but it's no longer fun and I'm just like, what now? A dopamine menu? I'm not quite sure. I know what that is. Okay.
Well, aren't you a lucky gal? Hold out your hands, because today we're introducing the dopamine menu, or dopamenu.
So, what's a dopamine menu? Let's first talk about what dopamines are. Dopamines are neurotransmitters that help us feel reward and pleasure. That's what we feel every time we go on our social media. But for people such as myself who are prone to excessive doom scrolling, it's no longer as fun. I'm doom scrolling for hours and hours. My brain requires more to stimulate a little bit of that dopamine, but it's no longer new. It's no longer fun for me. And it's 2, 3 a.m. and I'm still doing it, and I'm not like releasing any dopamine at all at this point. So a dopamine menu helps me with creating a list of pleasurable, fun activities that is not touching my phone. It also helps me reduce my screen time, which God only knows I greatly need, and as the kids say nowadays, touch grass.
Now that we know a little bit about dopamine and what a dopamine menu is, let's begin to make our own. Like any good menu, we have appetizers, mains, sides, desserts, and specials. Let's start with appetizers. These are small and short activities that are less than 15 minutes that can give us a quick boost of dopamine. Some of mine are a quick dance workout, hugging my loved ones, listening to a song of choice, and organizing my study, especially my table. It's always a mess. Next, we have mains. These are bigger and more exciting activities that take about 45 minutes or more, like an everything shower. Think hair masks, exfoliation, face masks. I also call my mom, which usually takes about an hour or so, just so I can be up to date with the latest goss in her friend group. I also take a walk when I can. I also do some hobbies like crocheting or batik painting. I also included baking and creating content, even though it's on my phone. Moving on, we have sides. These are little things to make the boring tasks more fun, like listening to a podcast.
You know, last night my girlfriend texted me and she said that her boyfriend was calling her names and stuff, and I was like, why are you still with him? Drop his ass. And she was like, but I love him. And I was like, why? And she was like, oh my gosh, I've like spent my whole life with him, but they've only been together for like 2 years. So I was like, girl, you deserve better. I know. She does.
Making a fun drink. My favorite is a banana smoothie. Lighting a candle. And listening to music. My go-to recently has been Kulu. I am butchering his name, but yes, Kulu on YouTube. Next, my favorite, desserts. These are indulgences that are good in moderation, like scrolling on social media, actual desserts, watching TV, and playing the only game I play in the world, Animal Crossing. Finally, specials. These are activities that are more expensive, time-consuming, or are for special events, like a cute little picnic, a A short trip with loved ones? Treating myself to a luxurious head spa? Or watching a play?
Ta-da! This is my finished product. It didn't take me too long to make because I already knew what sort of activities I enjoyed, just wrote down what I tend to do anyway. Yeah, so like I mentioned, I'm always on my phone, I'm always on social media, and I noticed that I'm not very present in my own life because I have so much time and I'm just not living my own life. So I made this in hopes of reducing my screen time and slowing down the rate of my brain rotting. Yeah, so I'm just hoping for myself to be more mindful of how I spend my time and to honestly just be more present and just be in the moment. Yeah, just be in the moment. One of these days, anyway.